What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with NIO and the overall markets. I want to break down why NIO is in the green despite the fact that the overall market's in the red. Why NIO has some very, very strong deliveries, which is very, very good for the share price. And what this means moving forward into next week as we have some more bullish signals. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link that's down below or sign up with my QR code that's right over here. Although the old offer has ended for Moomoo, the old promotion to get free stocks, Moomoo have contacted me that the promotion went so well that they're starting a new one, and now they're going to be doing an Nvda giveaway, which is starting today. The way this works is if you deposit $100, you're going to be guaranteed $20 worth of Nvda stock. Deposit $2,000 you'll get $50 worth. Deposit $10,000 to get $300 worth, and deposit $50,000 to get $1,000 worth of Nvidia stock for free. You also qualify for an 8.1% APY on uninvested cash, and this offer ends in about a month from now. So that's another offer that Moomoo has just started, which is great news in case you guys are interested. Now, I wanted to say that as far as NIO is going, we have a very, very nice looking inverse head and shoulders like pattern. There's a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder could be forming, unless this is the right shoulder right here before we continue to bounce. We're going to be looking for a breakout for 5.3 plus because deliveries went very well. This is the deliveries numbers right here. We had 21,000 deliveries in July, which is still really good. And the Onvo L90 deliveries have started, which is fantastic news. Although this delivery number is a little bit lower than what we saw previously, I can't wait to see how much deliveries are going to be improving once we start to see more of those Onvo L90 sales and we start to see their sub brands do very, very well. Overall, we have very, very high expectations by the end of the year, and we're going to be looking to see if we could get 30,000 months soon. We are setting ourselves up for that as we're seeing the improvements being made to the factories, and their sub brands are continuing to grow. So that's going to be some massive news for NIO. I can't wait to see what this leads to. NIO delivered 21,000 vehicles in July, and deliveries for the first 7 months are up 25.2%. They had 12,675 vehicles from their premium smart SUVs and smart electric vehicles in general, just under NIO. Then we had about 5,976 from Onvo and about 2,300 from their other brand, Firefly. So great news for them. The total deliveries, once again, is at 806,731. That's amazing news. They had over 800,000 deliveries. They also, once again, have started deliveries for the Onvo L90. That's going to be starting today with an additional 400 test drive vehicles deployed across China. That's amazing news as we're seeing more expansions. So I think that's very, very awesome. I can't wait to see what else the future holds. The Onvo L90 is launching now, so that's once again going to help with the share price. And then when it comes to other factors, let me just check this out real quick. We have some good ratings from Goldman Sachs. They're neutral, but the price-price ratio is climbing. This is climbing, which shows that NIO is gaining some strength. So we have Berkshire Hathaway announcing earnings on Monday. We have Palantir after market close as well. AMD on Tuesday, Shopify and Uber on Wednesday, and then more quiet earnings by the end of the week. So earnings are not going to be as significant next week. But although the data is going to be quiet on Monday, Tuesday, we have very important services numbers from the ISM. Then we have minor data on Wednesday. We have a couple of Fed speakers. Then more jobs numbers on Thursday. And then Friday is when we're going to see some more volatility. But keep in mind, by Thursday, there might be more tariffs to be implemented because there's news coming out that President Trump may be taking new tariffs. He could be adjusting more rates, and he could once again announce more tariffs very, very soon as August 7th. So we're going to have to see how that ends up going with this new deadline. That could be very significant. And President Trump has announced high tariffs and the market's sinking as a result. Not to mention because of the jobs numbers. We saw payrolls at 73,000. That was below expectations, and unemployment's also going up a little bit. And obviously, it's not the best of news. That's why the market sold off the way it did. So the market's selling off with the new tariffs. Apple and Amazon sold off. The jobs numbers weren't the best. And despite that, NIO is outperforming the market now. And I'm going to see if we could retest 4.8 to hold that. As long as we hold that, we're looking for an attempt for 5.3 going into next week as we look more bullish. However, SPY is looking very weak, okay? The daily time frame is showing nothing but weakness to me. And unless we get back above 626, we're still favoring downside. I'm going to be watching 620. If it doesn't hold, we're looking for 615 and 612 as our targets. And we'll see how it goes as we have more downside potential. For the QQQ, we need to get back above 558. If it doesn't hold, we're going to likely continue to fall back down towards 550, then eventually towards 545 or below. So I think the odds still favor downside. So you want to be very, very careful. For the IWM, we're going to see if we hold above 216. If not, we could be dipping towards 212 or below. Once again, we're still favoring downside. ES fails to hold above 6,300. Now we're looking for 6,192 to 6,200 as our target for more downside. NQ is also favoring 22,500 as our target. Looks bearish to me. No sign of a bounce yet. Bitcoin is dumping as I'm speaking. We're watching 112,900 to hold. If not, 111,000 is coming. Tesla's barely holding support right now at 302. We got to hold this. If not, we could be dumping to 297 to 295. It's also showing some weakness. Nvidia is rejecting. We're going to likely see a test of 169 to see if this holds. If not, we could be dipping towards 164. Apple is rejecting. It could be dipping back down towards the low 200s. Big rejection on Apple. Coinbase is dumping off of Head and Shoulders. It may continue to sink back down towards 310, then the low 300s. AMD has this resistance over here around 175. We're going to see if it kind of like pushes there and then rejects. Amazon is rejecting. We're going to see if we hold above 214 as well. Otherwise, we're favoring this gap fill down to 209. Meta rejected. We pumped so hard only to reject after earnings. So we're slowly making our way down towards 742 and then eventually 740. Google's going to likely test 188. We're going to see if it holds. Otherwise, it favors downside. Microsoft is dumping to fill the gap back down to 515. It looks more bearish. The VIX is breaking out. It has more upside potential. May consolidate before it starts to break out for 25. It still looks bullish. Market's looking bearish and weak. But NIO, on the other hand, is pushing thanks to this good news coming out about the Envo L90. And also because of their sales. We want to see sales really increase. I want to see 30,000 months very soon in deliveries. That could really help the share price once again break out above the 5.3 area. I think there's upside potential so long as 4.8 holds. So with that being said, NIO is outperforming the overall market. It's showing some strength despite all the fears involving the tariffs and the jobs numbers. NIO is very resilient, and I'm very, very proud to see what's going to happen, at least moving forward. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for listening. Please enjoy you guys' holiday. Enjoy the weekend and do what you have to do, guys. I'll be back on Sunday with another update, if not by Monday. But you guys can always come back to this video. We're still looking more bullish nonetheless. And then whatever happens, happens. We'll see if President Trump imposes more tariffs or not. But otherwise, I would argue that NIO is outperforming the market and looking very solid. So please keep that in mind. Anyways, that's it for my video. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Until then, take care, guys, and enjoy your day, nights, or evenings, wherever you guys are around the world. And I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for listening. NIO to the moon, because the long term is very bright. And it looks like we have a lot of upside potential. And peace out.